Hello, friends. Welcome to Level Up with Debbie Neal. I am your host. There is nowhere I would rather be than right here, right now with you. This podcast is all about leveling up in all aspects of our lives. Thank you for being here. I am so grateful. I'm excited to be on this journey with you. Together, we are leveling up. You ready? Hello, my Level Up family. You guys, we're going to do something really practical today. A lot of times we're talking about mindset. We're talking about all these different things. Today, I'm going to be talking about how to have a successful event and the power of in-person events. So this is going to be primarily targeted to people who have home-based businesses, network marketing, but you can apply it to anything. And this is something that a lot of you have inboxed me and request this. And I do love that. Like, I don't know if you're following me. I'm Debbie_Neal on Instagram, but I do love your suggestions. I really take them into consideration. So I'm really pumped about this. So I'm excited to be here with all of you. And you guys, I'm extra excited. So this is going to come out when I'm already back from Iceland, but I am leaving on Saturday for Iceland. I'm going on a once in a lifetime trip that I earned with my company, with my son, Ryan. I have 4 children and my youngest 2 are twins. They turned 20 this month. And I'm so excited to be going with him. And friends, just as like off topic note, it's just one more reason to build your business big. Like the opportunity to travel, the opportunity to create memories, the opportunity to live a life that most people dream about. Like, I don't know if it's on your bucket list to go to Iceland, or last summer I took my son to Africa and I've been to all these incredible places, but that quality time, my gosh, was worth every no-show, was worth driving for hours, was worth all of the pain of growing in my business to build it where it is today. And so what does connect to this is no matter where you are in your business, activity cures everything. It creates everything. Like that's where every single thing starts. So today I'm going to be talking about in-person events in your network marketing business. And so I have been building my business for 18 years. We are so blessed with the power of technology, but nothing, in my opinion, replaces the power of in-person events. So first, I want to touch on some of the benefits of just having in-person events. So what I mean by in-person is I don't care whether you have 2 people, 5 people, 30 people. I'm actually talking about smaller events versus I've talked many times in hotels, where hundreds of people came to hear about the opportunity. 50 people came. I've been in a hotel where there was thousands of people that came to hear about it. I'm primarily talking about kind of the smaller events right now, because sometimes this is where the magic happens. And this is the magic that leads you to the bigger events. Okay. So some of the benefits of in-person is, one, getting to know the person you're building with. Okay. So I'm referring to this. Let's say I, brought some new people into my business. They want to do what I do. What I do for a living is I sell products. I love the products. I love the company that I represent. And you probably feel the same way about your company, your business, right? So I sell products. I'm always looking for people who also want to start a business with me that I can teach them how to sell products. And then the third job that I do is I'm always developing myself into a leader. So I have the ability to develop leaders, because when you develop a leader, you have the ability to develop thousands. And so the activity piece of this is part of the powerful business in the network marketing space. Okay, so one of the benefits of in-person, getting to know the person you're building with. So let's say I brought you into my business. We're building this business. You're launching your business. You're having something at your home, which I'm going to talk about exactly what that looks like. And this is what I also want you to remember as you're listening to me. There are many different companies that listen to my podcast. Always refer to what your upline is teaching you, right? Because everything is a little bit different, okay? But mine is very general here. This is actually exactly what I do, and I feel it could be applied to anybody's business, but always duplicate what your upline, your company, but hopefully there's something here that you could learn and grow from. So you're getting to know the person you're building with, number one. So you're building that relationship. Like we're so blessed with technology, and I could talk to, people over Zoom, and I talk to people on the phone. But when I'm making that effort to go to their home, right? I'm seeing like, how do they live? What's their mindset? What's their energy? What's their level of confidence? What's their vision? I want to see how they present. I want to see their energy. Like, I want to know what I'm working with and who I'm working with. I want to know their why, because when I know your why, I'm going to keep reminding you of that. Okay. It's also showing commitment. So when I'm making an effort to get in my car and go to somebody's home or get on a plane and go build in another state or another country, I'm showing my commitment. This is not my business. For me, is not just about, enrolling people into this business and go do what you do. Like, we rise by lifting others. So I am extremely committed to the success of the people that I bring into my business. But I do need to say this: I'm never more committed than you are. Ever, ever, ever more committed. So again, you get to know the person you're building with. I get to know their family. I understand their why. And so I remember when I was first started building where I had to get on a plane. So I was in my business for about a month. I enrolled somebody into my business, and she lived in Canada. And now we didn't have Zoom then. Okay. And again, I got to be honest with you guys. I got a love-hate relationship with technology. I'm grateful for it, but I do think we all are a little lazy with it sometimes because there's so many things we can do with it. See, I didn't have that choice 18 years ago. So when I enrolled someone in my business, I couldn't do a Zoom launch. I either had them do it without me or I got on a plane. I was 1 month in my business and I bought a plane ticket and I got on a plane and I stayed at her home. She was a friend of mine for 3 days or 4 days. And I built this business. I didn't ask my upline to go with me. I didn't ask anybody to go with me. And I share that with you because sometimes we think, oh, we need the big names. We need the big titles. We need people that are making more money than us. People are looking for vision. They're looking for guidance. They're looking for leadership. And at that point in my business, I was not making money yet. Okay. But now I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money and I'm not in control of your finances. This is a Level Up with Debbie Neal podcast. And I'm just going to share some of the things on my heart. So I knew that that was an investment. Some people be like, well, when I start making money, I'll go. Or when I see that they're doing something, I'll go. I had a very entrepreneur mindset, not an employee mindset. And so one of the main differences employee is I do this, I get that. I perform these tasks, I get paid. An entrepreneur mindset is like, I'm building this. This is my business. This is my future. I'm going to incur the expenses. And it's not because I had the money. Okay. It wasn't, but I knew I was taking my business seriously. My company didn't tell me I had to go. I decided to go. Okay. And today I could avoid like that technology. I could avoid that. I mean, with technology, but I still would prefer to get on a plane. I would still prefer that. Like when I was there, we sat up talking all night, at night we were like having our tea together. In the morning, we were having our coffee together. We were bonding. We were setting goals. I was getting to know her. I was training her throughout that entire weekend. So it does strengthen that bond. Okay. Number two, when you're at an event, you're getting to know the guests. Okay. So I'm a network marketing professional. So my goal is that if I brought you into my business today, which by the way, I'm always looking to enroll new people in my business. So I want to get to know who you know. I'm a network marketing professional. Like I want to help you get in your network. I want to get to know your people. And so by being there in person, I can read a room. There's magical conversations after. I'll share a story with you. I went to do a product presentation. Gosh, it's got to be in 18 years. It's got to be 17 years ago, maybe. Okay. So I go to do this presentation for somebody who's no longer in business with me, unfortunately. And it was a product presentation and she had about 30 people there. And I drove 11 hours. Okay. So I could fly to Canada, but I could also drive to Canada because I live in New Jersey. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I'll totally come. Why? Because I value in-person events, number one. Number two, she was a really good worker. She was a great worker. She put stuff on the calendar, but she didn't really have a vision. And so one of the things I always say is that workers get tired, visionaries don't. So I'm like, let me go. Let me help her. Maybe I can help expand her vision, or I can find a visionary in that room. So I got to that event. And she said to me right away, she was so happy. She was so grateful I was there. And mind you, I decided that morning I was going. So I drove 11 hours. Like, I don't even know what I looked like when I got to that event. And she said, Deb, I'm going to ask you a question. And this is something you find out in person. Because she was like, I want this. And she was asking for coaching to the next level. And so when I got there, she's like, can you do me a favor and not talk about the business at all during this event? Because nobody here is interested in the business. And tonight's going to be a great event and I don't want to lose any sales. And I was like, red flag, light bulb moment. Like, she doesn't believe in the opportunity. She doesn't believe people are interested. That's her subconscious belief. So although that one belief is like, train me, coach me, help me grow, because I was there in person, her truth came out. And of course I was like, okay, no problem. Yeah, I talked about the business. Like, I talked about the business. Why? Not because I wanted to disrespect her wishes, because I believed I had something of incredible value to share with that room. I believe, like, and I'm going to talk about my verbiage, how I start that in a little bit. Okay. But what happened is there was a guest at that event and she came just to purchase products. She heard how great the products were. She came just to purchase product. But I saw when I was speaking, her eyes lit up. So as I'm speaking, I'm looking around, I'm reading the room, I'm getting to know energy, like, And so I walked up after her and I was like, what do you think? And she's like, I think this is amazing, but not for me. I was like, why? And then she gave me a reason. And so what happened is at the end of us talking, she was like, I can do this. I want to do this. Sign me up. And so that wouldn't have happened over Zoom. She would have listened. She would have said, wow, that was amazing. I'm really happy, for my friend, but it's not for me. And maybe the new person, or maybe the person that was there, could have had that conversation, but she already told me nobody was interested in the room. So she wasn't even going to talk about the business. And that person that joined is a top leader in my business today because I drove the 11 hours, because I shared my vision, and because I spoke with conviction. Now, please realize that I do love technology, and I'm so blessed to be able to connect with people on a much bigger scale. But at the same time, the power of in-person is really priceless. So another reason that I love in-person, number 3, is people are craving community. They're craving not only community, but like, I know if you go to one of my events, it's positive, it's upbeat. We talk about dreams, we talk about goals, we talk about health. We're like positive. People are sharing different stories. People are talking about their dreams. Like, it's really showing people what your culture and your community are like. And people could really experience what it would be like to be a part of your business and to be a part of your company. Number 4, it gives people the opportunity to touch, feel, and experience the products that you're selling. I did an event just a couple of days ago, and one of the things that a guest said is, oh, now I get to taste, she said to the person having the launch, now I get to taste what I see you doing and making every single day on Instagram. See? So people are watching. Now, what happened is she saw it there, ordered the products, tasted the products, loved the products. And so now again, if you're not doing any in person, and trust me, I do a lot of things that aren't in person. And I know my company has a 90-day money back guarantee, and people love the products. But when you're doing in person, it turns a sale into an experience. Plus, people have a tendency to order more in person because you're going over more, they're tasting more, they're experiencing more, and they're just like caught up in the whole event. Okay. So now I'm going to go over tips. That just was like why I love in person and some of the benefits of in person. And now I'm going to go over how to have a successful business launch. Now, this is a launch. So what a launch is to me is I just started a business. I'm going to launch my business. Let me tell you what a launch also is. I've been building my business for 18 years. I launch all the time. Okay. So this is how to have a successful launch, but I'm going to talk about it in a context as if like I was bringing somebody new in my business And this would be how I'd coach them to do it. Okay. So number one, I want to talk about how to invite people. From day one, you want to level up. From day one, you want to separate yourself from the rest. And so personal touch makes a really big difference. Average people would like just send out a blanket text. People don't know the value. So I like having 2 events on the calendar. So you don't give people the option to say no. So I'll give an example for you. So like maybe I was leaving you a voice text. Okay. I'm also really big old school with telephone. Like I'm picking up the phone and I'm calling people. But let's say you're leaving a voice text and you're leaving it for your friend Sue. It's like, Sue, I'm really excited. I just started a business. I'm having 2 grand opening launch events. One is Thursday night at 7. The other is Saturday at noon. And again, you pick 2 times that work for you. It would mean the world to me if you came. Which one works better for you? You see that verbiage? Verse, I'm having an event Thursday at 7. Can you make it? You're giving people the option to say, Thursday doesn't work. Let me know when you have another one, or I can't. Okay. I love the which one works better for you. You want to remember that how you invite people, it starts right here. Duplication is a powerful thing. You want every message you leave, you want to assume this person's going to do business with you, and you're showing them from the very beginning how to invite people. Even the proximity, like when I started my business, I was told you're having an event within 8 days. And I was like, I can't have an event within 8 days. I can't prepare for an event. And they were like, you're having an event within 8 days. You want to be successful? I was like, okay. And so I did it. And so from the very beginning, they showed me what it looked like to be successful. So again, how quick you do it and how you do it. Duplication is a powerful thing. So be very intentional when you're inviting people. Be excited. Place value on the event. You know what average people do? Look, I'm having this event. If you could make it, great. If you want to swing by, this is not a swing by event. Okay. This is not an open house. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about how to have a successful business launch. And maybe it's a product, presentation. You could take it how you want to, but place value on the event. Follow up. Make canceling not an option. So like, in other words, if I'm having an event with you and we scheduled it for whatever, Tuesday, today is Thursday, and you're inviting people and you would be like, I'm just not getting many people. I'd be like, Susie, I'm coming. So whether it's you and me and we're practicing and we're coaching, I'm coming. And so what am I showing you as a new person in my business from day one? We don't cancel. So go invite people. My job when I'm bringing somebody into my business is to teach you how to be successful. And I'm going to stand in that no matter. Now, look, if you cancel and say, do not come, okay, no problem. But we had an event, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago on my daughter Brooke's team. And somebody said, I just don't know if I have people coming. I'm going to reschedule. And we're like, no, we're coming. And so all of a sudden she was like, well, they're coming. And she ended up having like 10 people at that event. So make canceling not an option. Okay. Number 2, follow up the day of. So in other words, again, I'm reaching out to my friend, Sue. Hi, Sue. I'm leaving a voicemail, whatever. A voice text. Hi, Sue. I'm so excited to see you tonight. Thank you. It means the world to me. Just a reminder, it starts at 7. See you then. So in other words, you're following up. You're not like, hey, just want to follow up. Can you still make it? Then people are like, you know what? I really can't. What I'm saying is never going to stop you from getting cancellations, but these are tips how to have a successful launch. And when you do things a little bit differently, you're going to get different results compounded over time. Okay. Number 3, let's talk about how to set up. So make things look nice, look simple, and look professional. So again, duplication happens from the very beginning. You want a guest to come in, and when they gain interest, be like, oh, I can do this, right? But if everything is so over the top or unorganized or unprofessional, right? They're going to be like, I can't do this. Like, this is a nightmare. So again, duplication happens at the very start. Have your products out. And again, this is why you need products. So the thing with building a network marketing business, you're never going to get involved with a company like, you have to start your business with all this stuff. I mean, you don't. You technically I love when people say to me, can I start my business with nothing? I'm like, so what are you using? I don't even get it. Like, okay. So how can you in integrity tell somebody you've got to be using this? It's amazing when you're not using it, right? So this is why you need your products. You want to have your products out. Your goal is to be a product of the product. Everything that my company sells, I use and I love. Okay. So at your event, you want to have catalogs if your company has them. In the catalog, you want to have order forms printed out. You guys, I'm old school with things, but I'm telling you right now, I get different results. You want to have pens on hand. And I don't just mean like pens that you scraped up throughout your house. I'm talking about go and invest in a box of Bic or whatever it is, have all the pens the same, have it in a little mason jar. Again, professional and simple. Okay. You want to have food, but you want to keep it very simple. And so for my company, we're going to have shakes. We're going to have fizz. Now, I don't serve this till after we speak, and I'm going to go over how that works. Now, with our protein, I always encourage people like use it, make protein bars, make protein balls, make protein bark, because they're better than any cookie. Any cookie. So if you want the recipe for that, ask me. You want the protein for that, ask me. I'll send you a link. There's nothing better. Okay. But you have that out, and then people are like, wow, I want to make these. How do you make them? Well, you get the protein, and then you add these other clean ingredients, right? And so for us, we have some veggies, some fruit, maybe some gluten-free crackers and hummus. Very simple, very healthy, okay? So that is how you set up. Simple, professional, products out. You have the catalogs, but nobody's opening a catalog yet, okay? You're putting that all to the side, the catalogs, the pens, the order forms go to the side. I'm going to talk about when we hand that out. You're going to have some food. You're going to let people be touching and experiencing the products. I also do not make the shakes or the fizz for me and my company until after I speak, because again, I want people focused. Okay. So number 4, flow of the night. Let's talk about the flow of the night. Okay. I'm really big on starting on time. So if your event starts at, let's say, 7:00, I would say you're speaking by 7:15. And that's another thing that you can say in the reminder. Hey, Susie, I'm so excited to see you tonight. Thank you. It means the world to me. It starts at 7. We're going to start talking at 7:15 because we value everybody's time. Thank you so much. See you tonight. I'm really excited. Okay. Another thing, do not talk about the people who canceled and aren't there. So a lot of people are like, oh my God, I was supposed to have 10 more people, or oh my gosh, 5 people canceled last minute. What you're saying subconsciously is that the people that are here don't matter. Focus on whoever is not there is not there. Take it as an opportunity of, how can you get different results next time? Because we're always looking to grow and expand, but focus on the ones that are there. Okay. So let's say this is your event. You're a new person building a business, or you're just launching yourself. You open up the night. You open up the night. Okay. And I'm going to give you some tips. I want you to get an index card. And I want you to focus on 3 things when you're opening that night. Okay, first you're going to open up. You're going to thank everybody. But you're going to focus on 3 things. Why did you start this business? Why? Number 2, where are you going? And number 3, why you invited them. I don't care. I tell people that I bring into this business, I don't care if you talk for 2 minutes or 10 minutes. I don't care if you like public speaking or you don't. You want to focus on these 3 things. Don't focus on perfection, but focus on being honest and true. So for an example, now I started off my business with a very, very big vision. Okay. So I stood up in front of that room and I said, I want to thank you all. My name is Debbie Neal. And I introduced myself with the company I was with. And I said, thank you for being here. It means the world to me that you took time out of your life to be here for me to launch my business. Thank you. Okay. Because everything is gratitude. And I said, I want to let you know why I started my business. I started my business because, and for me, it was, you guys know, I was out of corporate America for 5 years. I loved being a stay-at-home mom. Something inside of me knew I was made for more. I was looking for something that I could do in addition to being a full-time and present mom. And this was presented to me. Okay. Where I was going, I said, and I want to let you guys know, I know that I'm brand new, but I'm not giving this a whirl. I'm not giving this a try. I'm not seeing how this goes. I am going to not only build to the top of my company, I am going to build one of the largest organizations in the network marketing space. And I want to let you know why I invited you here. You're going to love the products. You're going to love all of it. But I invited you here for a reason. I invited you here because I value you. I love spending time with you. I want to grow with you. I want to dream with you. I want to build this business with you. So as you're listening to the information tonight, I want you to know in your heart, I want you doing this business with me. And I also let them know at the end, you know, borrow my belief, borrow my vision. I'm in this for the long haul and I don't know how to fail. Here's the thing. People join commitment. They join vision. They join conviction, right? What I said made a difference. So if you're new, focus on these three, right, things. And then for me, like if you were brand new doing this business with me, you'd start with those three things and then you would turn it over to me. Now, you're somebody that could do the entire thing. It's based on your situation, right? Like if I was launching myself today, I'm talking about it myself. In fact, I talked about it myself at my very own business launch. I was there and I did everything. Okay. So it's based on your situation, whether you're new, not new, whatever. But another tip I want to give you, nowhere in your presentation do you want to say, thank you for coming. Don't feel pressure. You don't have to buy anything. I know people think that when they say that, they're being nice. It's really low energy and it's low expectation. Have you ever walked into any business that anybody owns? They're like, oh, I'm so happy you're here. Welcome. You don't feel like you have to buy anything. I mean, what you want to know that what you have has value and believe it. Okay. So let's just say then you opened up, I brought you into my business. Then you're going to turn it over to me and I'm going to talk about the business. And this is how I start with the business because there could be some people that really don't want to hear about it. They came to support a friend. So I would say, I want to thank you all. Let's say your name is Susie. Thank you, Susie. That was awesome. I am so proud of you. I'm so excited for you. And I feel so grateful to be building this business together. And so now I just want to introduce myself. My name, is Debbie Neal. And I go through my intro and I said, I'm going to talk to you all about the business for a few minutes. And I want you to realize something. I realize that you might be like, I have no desire to build this business. But I want to let you know why I'm going to talk about it for a few minutes. Number one, you're not going to know if this is for you till you hear the whole story. Number two, this may not be a fit for you, but you might know somebody that would be really great at this business. And number three, at minimum, when somebody asks what Susie is doing, what is this company, you'll be able to give them a really educated answer. So I thank you for the next few minutes of your time. Okay. And so what happens at that point, a lot of time is the guard goes down. It's like, okay, she's going to do her thing and this is why. So I go through the business because at the end of the day, and I let people know, I would say, because Susie you're going to love these products, but we are looking for a team. We are looking for a team of incredible people for Susie to build this business with. Every single thing you order tonight is going to mean the world to her. You're going to love it. And plus, it's like she's kicking off her business. So every new sale counts. She's going for that first promotion. And we want to thank you for supporting her business. Okay. And then I go through the business part of it. And then I say, and when I'm done, we're going to have some fun with the products. Like we're just going to have some fun. We're going to taste, we're going to sample, we're going to have a great night. Okay. And so again, I'm very strong when I deliver the business because I'm a visionary and I have such belief. But I'm not pushy. Like I'm not. And I think when you say that at the beginning, it goes down. And if you're also somebody that's opening up and this is your first event or you're doing the whole thing, it's okay to say, you guys, I'm really nervous to do this, but I'm doing it because I'm really excited. It means the world to me. So I've got my index card and I'm going to read off of it. Okay. Then it also, your audience appreciates that too, if that's the case. So then the products. So at this point, if we're going to do the products, now if somebody's new, I do the business and I do the products. Okay. And then what happens is I'm going to tell you, learn the products because at the next event, I'm going to do the business. You're going to do the products because I immediately want to empower that person. I remember bringing my daughter into this business, her first event. I did the business, I did the products. Her second event, I was like, I'm going to do the business, you're going to do the products. And so what she did was she like went through the catalog, put her favorites down, put key points on or post-its in the catalog, and she practiced and she practiced and she practiced. My friend, this is business. So take ownership. And my daughter was 19 at the time. I could have done it for her, but she'd never have the business today if I did every single thing for her. So at this point, this is when I hand out the catalogs. Okay, I hand everybody out a catalog. In the catalog is the order form. And I also hand everybody a pen. And so this is the verbiage that I use. I go, we are now going to have some fun with the products. I'm going to go through the catalog. I'm going to highlight some of our best sellers and my favorite. As I go through things, just write every single thing down that interests you. You can always cross off, but I know that you're like, oh, what did she say? And you're going to forget what I said. Write it all down. Please don't mark up the catalogs. We are going to collect the catalogs at the end because Susie needs these for her future presentations. If you need a point of reference to refer to for future orders, notice how I said future orders. We're collecting the orders at the end of the night. If you need something to refer to for future orders, we can text you our virtual catalog, but just write, as I talk, just write everything down on the order form. Okay. And then we go through the products. So let's say one of the products that we sell are protein shakes. So at this point now, I haven't made the protein shakes. But I'll go through the benefits and then I'm going to let them know as soon as we're done with this, I'm going to let you try. These are the flavors that we have here. We're going to make them. We're going to hand them out. Now, we don't make full size. We make them, put them in like little shot glass type things. Okay. Keep the product presentation short and powerful. It should go no more than 15 minutes, right? And you might be really deeply knowledgeable on all your products. People don't want to know the science and every ingredient for every single thing, okay? Focus on your favorites and keep the points about them. So before we start to sample, like if this is your launch, I'm done with the products. And now I want you as the person having the launch. We just got done doing the business. We just got done doing the products. We didn't start to experience them, but I stopped speaking. Okay. So before we start to sample, this is your opportunity to say, you know what? Thank you again for coming. Thank you for listening. Let them know that it means the world. Let them know that you're very serious about your business. You're excited and you appreciate each and every order, and then also remind them that they're here because they would be the exact people that you want to build with, that you want to travel with, that you want to learn with, that you want to grow with. Paint the vision with love and gratitude. Okay. Now let's experience the products. Let's have some fun with the products. So for us in my company, we make shakes. Okay. We make fizz. We make the greens. That's what we do. And we hand them out in the little cups. Right. And then we're helping, what can I help you with? So I'm going around, she's going around, or he's going around, and we're just helping people. Because people are like, what'd you say about this? And what are the benefits again? Now I'm working the room. Now I'm going to give you this advice I went to help. I launch people or I do events for people. I'm not leaving at this point. There's people like, oh, I said what I need to say, and then I'm going to go, they've got it. No, this is where the magic happens. Most people that are building a business like this, they arrive on time, and they leave right after. I am the first one to arrive. I am the last one to leave. Okay. I just went and did an event the other night with my daughter. It was 90 minutes each way. It was a monsoon. It was literally monsoon. And to be honest with you, I'm not saying this, oh, kudos to me. Oh, you went. I could have easily canceled because the person having the event, she's incredible. Okay. She could have done it herself. Number two, my daughter, who's a vice president, who's amazing, didn't need me, but I said I was going. And I drove with my hands on 10 and 2. And again, people are like, oh, Debbie told me to go out in torrential weather. No, my point is I'm committed to my success. I'm the first to leave, first to arrive, last to leave, because the fortune is in the conversations afterwards. Remember, we talk about duplication. Your new person is watching how you converse with people, how you turn objections into opportunities, how you help cast the vision, how you help, squash doubt and questions that people have. Okay. And I cannot tell you how many people come to events like for a glass of wine to support their friends. And today they're leaders in my business. The magic happens when you're touching the hearts of other people. We help them connect the dots that this business could be a really good fit for them. We help them turn their obstacles into opportunities. So here's the thing. I love in-person events. I do. I love connecting. I love coaching. I can see and feel your level of belief when I'm in that room. I feel your level of conviction, your level of confidence. Now, when I leave in-person events, I put music on. I'm like, I love this business. Okay. I love what we can do on social media. Social media to me is a connection point. Once we connect on social media, I want to build that relationship outside of social media. Okay. I love that I can do trainings and things with technology. I can touch all of you because of technology. But when people are coming into my business, I want them to know Debbie Neal. I want them to be trained by Debbie Neal. I want to show them firsthand how to build this business. And people say all the time, you're building this business 18 years, you're still doing that stuff? Yes, because that's how you do it. That's how you do it. And I don't want to not show anybody that's brand new how to do it really well, really well. I love relationships. So whether you're 2 days in your business or 2 decades in your business, you can launch and you can relaunch this week. Share what you have, share your business, share your products, share your vision, share your excitement. Ask friends to host for you. It doesn't just have to be a business launch. You could just do events. So, maybe your friend, Sally says, wow, this is amazing. I'm so happy for you. How can I help you? Host an event for me. And I tell people, look, I'll bring the products. I'll bring some fruit. I make it easy on the people who are going to do things for me. Ask friends to host for you. I'm a network marketer. I build networks. And so people introduce me to people. I'm in this business 18 years. And I'm also a top earner. And I'm not saying that to impress you, but to impress upon you. I'm still in living rooms because there is a power and a purpose of in person. Friends, this industry is so powerful. You can see each company's earnings statements for what's typical and what is possible. But I can tell you from experience and wisdom, this isn't a get rich quick business. But with that said, I did succeed quickly because I worked my tail off. I booked 18 presentations in my first month. So people think, wow, that's a lot. Well, how many days did you go to work last month? Did you work more than 18 days? So if you have a job, that's what you do. A business like this, if you don't want it to be a hobby and you want it to be a business, it takes effort. It takes work. But you see, here's the thing with me. I love it. I'm always looking for new leaders to work with. And what has kept me in love with my business is that I'm always working it. People start a business like this and they stop working. They feel that the business didn't work for them. The business doesn't work for you. You work to build this business. You control your activity. You control your effort. Nothing is better for your business than what activity creates, right? So, and again, I did that presentation the other night that I drove into Monsoon and people just told stories and who's joining and who's loving the products. And all of a sudden, somebody brought her mom and she related to my story and, shared her why. And she's like, I could totally do this. This is the magic of in-person. Friends bring friends. People doing the business bring significant others or parents. So I want to challenge you to fill up your calendar and let me know how it goes, because it is a difference maker. Love you, friends.